One step, two step, three step. One step, two steps. One step, two step, two step, two step, two step, two step, two step. One step, two step, freeze, check the fit. Turn left, turn back, hit that little kick. Phone on, front cam. Like I'm kinda bad, but we don't care. Stay on the side, mama in the back. Everybody tryna get in frame. Like slide to the front, well drive then sway. If you miss one move, do it your own way. Scroll up, baby, you don't wanna miss this. Hip roll, then you blow a little kiss. Yeah, tap that screen, let it loose.
In the whole history of AI, one of the most super amazing things is ChatGPT. In the history of artificial intelligence, one of the most fascinating one of the most beautiful, amazing, whatever you want to call it, is ChatGPT. ChatGPT is my best friend. ChatGPT is where I go for even the little things or anything. ChatGPT is my girlie. I don't know if he's a guy or whatever, but trust me, ChatGPT is my person. So I do used to call it my person. Hello, this is the 6th of our AI Made Simple. Thank God we are progressing, moving forward, and everything is coming up beautiful. I love it. So today we are going to be talking about ChatGPT. Okay, we're going to be talking about ChatGPT, and it says mastering ChatGPT, think like an AI creator. And then at the bottom of it, it says ChatGPT is not Google. It is your digital brain. So I'll teach you how to use it. Yeah, ChatGPT is more than Google. I can't remember when I found out about ChatGPT, how I did, but trust me, since then it was not all beautiful, it was not all super exciting the way it is for me now. When I first started using ChatGPT, it was like Google for me until I learned how to use it. And ChatGPT is more than anything you want to call it. It is more than the computer. It is more than anything, more than Google, more than anything you want to call it. ChatGPT is something that can scale you up. For those people whose occupation is growing, like growing their pages and all that, ChatGPT has really helped them. For people like me, which my main focus is teaching, it has also helped me too. You know, ChatGPT makes everything looks very simple, but trust me, by putting in everything it is giving you, it's actually what it is. And I like the guy so much. It doesn't sugarcoat words, it tells you the truth straight up. Okay, as a content creator and AI content creator, one person you need is ChatGPT. Once you've gotten your courses, you are like, even during your courses, you will be taught how to use ChatGPT just as I am teaching you now. So during your courses, after your courses, ChatGPT is still someone you will sincerely need. So today, that is what I am going to be teaching us, what ChatGPT really is, how to write powerful prompts using ChatGPT for content creation, for business, productivity, common mistakes and how to avoid them. Yeah, ChatGPT helps me to plan my day, plans my week, and sometimes plans my whole month, until maybe something crazy come in and scatter the old plans or whatever. But despite that, it does an amazing job for you. All you need to do is just give it what it wants and it gives you back something greater. So we are gonna be talking about that. But before we turn the phone, before we share the screen and all that, I want to say something. A lot of people, we always hear me say train your ChatGPT and all that. It is not train like that. Like, it is not train in the actual sense of training. It is just talking to ChatGPT how you want it to respond back to you. So if you are an AI content creator like me, most of your time you should talk to it about your AI and stuff. Like, ChatGPT literally gives you what you give it, what you give to it. Like, it's customized it's safe for you. That is it. My ChatGPT is definitely gonna be different from your own because we are doing different things. Maybe you are a peanut seller, a shop owner, and a provision owner, and all that. And me being an AI expert, you're gonna say that our ChatGPT is different. If I'm using your ChatGPT and you are using my own, you might not like it. It's not gonna be the same thing for you. So when you talk to ChatGPT, it gives you back like everything. It gives you back the format you give to it. So that is why I tell people to training in the simple sense, like talk to it more often, share your goals, everything and all that. So that is what I used to mean, because a lot of people might have heard me say it and they don't really know what it means. So today we are going to be discussing about ChatGPT, and it's gonna be a super amazing class. Let's get right into it. I hope you're having fun and I hope you are learning a lot. Ta-da! So like I said, today is powerful because today we all are gonna stop using ChatGPT like amateurs and we'll start using it like creators. Let me say something to you, my darling. It is actually something that I've said before, but I don't mind repeating it over and over, and that thing is ChatGPT is not Google. It's not a search engine. It's not just a question and answer machine like a lot of you use it as. ChatGPT is your digital brain. Trust me, that is the best way to describe ChatGPT. If you are ever asked to describe ChatGPT in just one sentence, and if you don't know how to use it properly, you will get average results. When people are getting, when people are getting great result, you are getting an average. An average. So today, if you learn how to use it, you're gonna get an unfair advantage. Okay? So today I'm going to teach you how to control it, not just how to type like random questions. Okay? So what really is ChatGPT? Let's understand what ChatGPT is, because that is where everything actually starts from. ChatGPT is a large language model that simply means it studies patterns in text. It predicts the most intelligent next word based on your instructions. It doesn't know things the way humans do. It responds based on how you guide it. So let me give you an analogy. ChatGPT is like a very, very intelligent intern. It's very smart, it's very fast, but it still needs instruction. So if you tell an intern, go and do something about business, your result is gonna be confusion. But if you say, research Nigerian banks and summarize 3 opportunities for young creators in 2016, now you are going to get a very good response. Imagine just giving you an assignment and just telling you go and do something about business. You don't know which direction to face, because business is broad, business is big, and you'll be wondering, what exactly does she want me to do? But if I tell you a specific place I want you to search about business, is it the business failures of banks, failures of small businesses, or whatever it is, then you are gonna know what I really want you to do. And then I'm going to get a very good response from you. And even when I don't get that, I can ask you to redo it. So that is how you treat ChatGPT. The quality of instruction determines the quality of output you're gonna get. So this is the first mindset you should get. Okay, ChatGPT is not magical at all. It's not magic, it is leverage. So I need you to know this. The second section say how to write powerful prompts. I'm gonna give you the formula, which is for, I believe we've taught this in our class a couple of weeks ago, but I'm still gonna give you this because this is actually where it falls under. Now this is where a lot of people separate themselves. Most people just type, oh, ChatGPT, write about money, and they expect miracles. But creators do not do that at all. Creators structure instructions into 4 formula, like into 4 parts formula. The formula is 1, but it has 4 different parts. The 4 different parts are Number 1, the role, the context, the tags, and the format. So we're gonna explain the role first. Tell ChatGPT who to be. Instead of say just write a post, instead you're gonna say act as a top-tier social media strategist, or act as a productive expert, or act as a digital finance mentor for African creators. When you give ChatGPT an identity, when you define an identity, you define performance. ChatGPT is gonna be like, wow, so this is who I should act as, and it is gonna give you super. Now that is just for the role, which makes your prompt from 0 to 25. So now let's get into the context. The context is giving background. Who is the audience? Who are you writing to? Okay, now you above here you say act as a top-tier social media strategist. For who? Who are you working for? What is the situation? What is the problem? That is what we mean by context. So when you say write about AI, that is wrong. Write about business, that is wrong. But when you say my audience is young Nigerians who want to earn online but feel overwhelmed by too much information, now ChatGPT knows what it is going to do. Now ChatGPT understands the environment. Context simply means the situation, the environment, who you want this thing for. Okay, what ChatGPT should study for it to give you a result. That is what we call context, and context improves relevance. That is true. And if you put the role and the context together, your output is gonna move from 0 to 50. Is that not beautiful? The next thing is the tags. Be extremely clear about what you want. If you say talk about productivity, that is wrong. But instead, when you say write a scroll-stopping Facebook post that explain why overthinking kills income growth, trust me, you've taken everything from 0 to 75 if you combine these three together, because clarity removes confusion. ChatGPT doesn't have to go and guess what is the tax. No, it understands the tax. And combining these three things, trust me, that is 75 all over 100. Now the fourth one is format. Tell ChatGPT how to structure your answer. That is what the format means. Do you want it as short paragraph, bulletin points, a storytelling note, a book hook, a call to action? If you don't specify the format, you leave quality to chance, and trust me, that is not good at all. Now, if you combine the role, the context, the tags, the format together, you're gonna have a 100 over 100. So let me show you an example. Okay, now here is a difference between a weak prompt and a powerful prompt or a strong prompt. Now, a weak prompt will say write about success, but a strong and powerful prompt will be like act as a high performance mindset coach. My audience is ambitious students and young creators. Write a bold Facebook post explaining why discipline is more important than motivation. Use short paragraphs, start with strong hook, end it with call to action. This is you thinking like an AI creator. I'm gonna be putting this prompt on the description so that you study it, you understand everything, and then you know how to create prompts like this. If you master this formula, trust me, you're gonna generate professional high-level output at any time. Is that not beautiful? That is super beautiful. Now the third section says using ChatGPT for content creation. Now let's talk about the practical use. Creators, this is where your income grows. You can use ChatGPT to generate content ideas, write hooks for your posts, rewrite caption, turn one idea into 10 posts, create storytelling trends, structure posts. Like, you can do a lot. Instead of struggling for content, you build a content engineer, and that is with ChatGPT. In fact, ChatGPT is your content engine. Okay? Example, you can say, give me 15 bold options about AI and money in Africa. This alone can feed you for This alone can feed you for a whole month. That is 15 bold options about AI and money in Africa. All you have to do is continue asking more and more questions about this particular topic, this direction, and it keeps giving you content about what you're gonna do for a whole 30 days. That is why you see some people, it just looks as if they are talking about only this one thing over and over and over. That is because they have structured their posts to be about this particular thing, even inside this niche. That is why all their posts keep talking about this particular thing. That is just how it works. So for YouTube, you can use ChatGPT to structure video outlines, write scripts, generate titles, create thumbnail text idea, write description, plan serious content. The people who move fast on YouTube are not even the smart creators. They are those ones that are more systemized. So you can decide if you want to do it or not. Okay, so personal branding, you can use ChatGPT to define your niche, refine your bio, clarify your positioning, create a brand voice. Instead of saying I just do tech stuff, like you can rightly position yourself. You can say stuff like I help young African creators use AI system to build income and authority online. Trust me, when you are clarified about what you are, that builds authority. When you are clarified about what you are building, clarified about what you are doing, that gives you a big authority. Now the first section is using ChatGPT for business and productivity. This is where most people are sleeping on, and my darling, everybody should wake up. ChatGPT is not only for caption, it is for systems. It is a system, and if you want it to be a system for you, trust me, that is exactly what it is going to be for you. So for business, you can use it to draft business plans, create digital product outline, create email sequences, build sales pages, structure online courses, generate offer ideas. If you have ideas in your head, ChatGPT can help you organize them. So it is very, very beautiful. Now, when we talk about the area of productivity, you can ask it to break down your yearly goals, create weekly schedules, turn messy notes into structure, summarize long documents, create study guide, like do a lot of things. And trust me, it turns chaos into clarity. There are so many things it can do. Even there are so many things we haven't even found out that ChatGPT can do yet. AI is a clarity machine. Now let's move over to section 5, which says common mistakes around ChatGPT. Now let me protect you from embarrassment, okay? Mistake 1 is using vulgar prompts. Short prompts produce average output. Write me this, write me that. You get exactly what you ask for. But when you put in everything I've taught you above, the 4-in-1 format, what do you think you'll get? Something more beautiful. Mistake 2 is expecting perfection on first try. No. Everybody started from little. I'll keep telling you that. So creators refine. Like, you can try many times before you get it right. So when it gives you an output, you can tell ChatGPT to make it more bold, add additional depth, make it shorter, make it more controversial. Okay? Iteration is power. So you can always try other, you can always do other. And as time goes on, ChatGPT keeps studying you, and it keeps studying how you want your output to be. So because you just started using ChatGPT today, doesn't mean it's gonna be all beautiful for you. Okay? So mistake 3 is blind copying. Do not copy and paste everything. Though I do it, that is because I have trained my ChatGPT to, I've trusted my ChatGPT enough. That is why I do it. But as someone who is just starting, you have to edit it, add personality, add your voice, add that human touch. I still do this part. Okay, so AI should assist your thinking, not replace your identity. So I still keep my identity intact. I still do this, but most of the time, even while I am editing, I say that ChatGPT is now imitating me 100%. That is because out of 24 hours, I spend 23 hours with ChatGPT. Now, mistake 4 is treating it like Google. No. It is not a link machine. It is a thinking partner. ChatGPT is your twin, so treat it as such. I hope you understand. Now, let me tell you something serious. AI is not replacing smart people, my darling. It is replacing people who refuse to adapt. The future belongs to people who ask ChatGPT better questions, give better instructions, think strategically, use AI daily, build business around it. So if you master AI now, you are early, and early movers, they win all the time. So that is all I have for you today. So you are gonna practice ChatGPT, you are gonna spend time with it, okay? So I am definitely gonna give you a class assignment as usual. Before I do that, I'll be doing that in the group. So let me just round this up. Let me just tell you that the future does not belong to people who know everything. It belongs to people who know how to ask better questions. ChatGPT is not your shortcut, it is your amplifier. And if you learn how to control it, you control speed, you control clarity, you control output. So, welcome to thinking like an AI creator. I hope everything I have said here takes you from 0 level to 100% level. All that being said, I am rooting for you big time, and I'm wishing you a good one. I am wishing you a good time with ChatGPT. I'll see you on the next one.
Step, two steps, one step, two step, two step, two step, two step, two step, two step, one step, two step, freeze, check the fit. Turn left, turn back, hit that little kick. Phone on, front cam, like I'm kinda bad, but we don't care. Stay on the side, Roma in the back. Everybody tryna get in frame, like slide to the front, well, drive then sway. If you miss one move, do it your own way. Scroll up, baby, you don't wanna miss this. Hip roll, then you blow a little kiss, yeah. Tap that screen, let it loop on repeat, make the whole world dance from a 5-second clip. Scroll up, baby, put your name on the chin. 3 quick moves, then you run it again. Left, right, spin, little shoulder dip, make the whole room move from a 5-second clip. Quick break, bus seat, filming in the out like it's our stage. Grandma in the comments, teach me how to do it, and now she hitting every single way. Step, 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 cross her hands to the sky. If you mess up, laugh, that's my part they like. Scroll up, baby, you don't wanna miss